In yesterday's video, I told you that I started buying crypto. And in this video, I would like to show you my strategy because I have a certain plan in crypto on how I'm going to play it now until the next bull market. Because a lot of people still, they think like, you're a big Bitcoin bear or a big altcoin bear or whatever. I'm definitely not. But when the market is bearish, I'm bearish. And when the market is bullish, I'm bullish. And now I am going to prepare for the bullishness. So how am I actually going to do that? Like I said in yesterday's video, I'm started to dollar cost Bitcoin, $1,000 every single week. Now that's very simple because I expect that Bitcoin will do well again after the Bitcoin halving like it always does. The Gaussian channel just turned green, right? This is an indicator. Every time it turned green, the bottom was in. Right? Not saying that it was an immediate bull market. In this case, it was 2016. Here, however, right? It was not really yet. Okay, here we went down. We almost made a double bottom. We made a slight higher low. But nevertheless, from the moment it turned green, we still fell 70%, right? So although this just turned green, it doesn't mean we cannot fall another 70%, right? And I don't expect that to happen because 70% will actually turn it to around $9,000 or $10,000, right? That's a lower low. Well, I don't think that that's going to happen. Why? There are multiple reasons for me why, but I'm mostly, the way I look at crypto is cycles, because this cycle is almost a straight replica from the last cycle. And I don't think that this time is going to be different. Now, if we look, the green line is the cycle where we are right now. This is the ROI after the cycle peak. So this was the cycle peak, and this is where Bitcoin bottomed in the 2018 cycle and here in the 2015 cycle. We now bottomed right in between. So time-wise, we are very much on average if the bottom from 15.5K was the bottom, right? Money-wise, like price-wise, we did way better. Okay, so yeah, okay, fair enough. But, you know, diminishing losses, diminishing returns, it's all like understandable. However, if we still are about to make a low low, then yeah, then it's very low, right? Because we are now already around 670 days almost into the ROI, after the cycle peak. Goddamn, sorry for this. So if the bottom still has to come, then it would mean that this bear market is twice as long, right? That's totally not realistic. That it could be a little longer than this one, could be a little shorter, whatever, but twice? I don't know. So far, this average plays out really well. So, here. So, my thesis is that the Bitcoin bottom is in. So I started dollar costing into Bitcoin, and I will do that, like I said, with $1,000 every single week. Now, could the price go lower? Yes. Could the price go higher? Yes. Therefore, you use a dollar cost strategy. I got some comments like, hey, dude, you're doing this too early. And I'll be like, yeah, but it's about dollar costing, right? It's not about going all in or anything. I am pretty convinced that Bitcoin goes lower than where we are right now. 21, 22K is, in my opinion, very likely as well, and it might as well go way lower than that. However, if you like, maybe it doesn't happen, right? I think it will, but what if it doesn't, right? Therefore, you dollar cost. You dollar cost. The people that dollar cost are basically the people that say, hey, you know what? I don't know, but it looks like a good moment to me. So that's what I'm doing. Now, I'm also doing this. I've made a new small portfolio with BTC pairs, and these are the pairs. These are some altcoins. I don't give a fuck about what these altcoins are, what they do. I just purely looked at the price chart. But these are some altcoins that I find interesting against their Bitcoin pair. So what I did is I put an equal amount of money in each one of these altcoins that are labeled as red, the ones that I didn't because they don't look good yet, like Crow, for example, right? If we turn this off to make it a little more clear right here, Crow. Crow looks interesting because it had a bottom here, it had a bottom here, it had a bottom here. Crow might find a bottom against its Bitcoin pair around this level. Might, right? Rose, for example, as well. Rose looks pretty like it's on a macro bottom, give or take, right? Could go down a little lower, right? Could come down here. But that's how Rose looks to me. The graph also looks quite interesting. Broke this, of course, we are now bouncing to the upside, but also finding a bottom here as well as it did here. Veracity close to its bottom. So what I did, I bought a couple of these altcoins when they are up against Bitcoin, and I don't care about their dollar price. When they are up against Bitcoin, I'm gonna sell them for Bitcoin, right? So I have a little more money in Bitcoin. Because what I want to do is accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible. The longer you are in crypto, the less you are caring about altcoins, especially in this stage of the market. Why? Very simple. You do not know how far they can go down. Gala, for example, great project, right? Everybody was euphoric. Now, again, there's a little shit news, right? And it's back there. Who says it can't go to half a cent? For example, I don't know. But who says it can't? Volker Forge, a great bounce, but it didn't really do anything else than just being at the top side instead of the lower side of this range, right? Who says Volker Forge can't go to $2? You do not know. All we know, as far as we do know anything, is that Bitcoin will likely do very well, right? If you believe in, like, if you think not, then I don't know what you're doing in crypto, right? Therefore, I'm accumulating Bitcoin to later buy altcoins with my Bitcoin. Okay, so I'm stacking up on as much Bitcoin as possible. 25K, 28K, 18K, 10 for all I know, I don't care. I'm buying Bitcoin, right? Every week. And I'm doing that until the Bitcoin halving. Now, on this chart, I show you that the Bitcoin halving is in March. I think it's more likely to be in April. Again, I have to check that out exactly. But usually after the halving, what happens? Bitcoin, you know, goes down or sideways for a couple of months and then really starts its rally. Here as well, we had the halving. Nothing really happened from May until, well, basically September. And then we really started to run, right? So I think from now until the halving is a good moment to buy, right? You know, will I buy too high? Will I buy too low? Well, buy too low. Of course, but that's dollar costing because we do not know. Then, you know, if we take a look at altcoins, altcoins are just terrible right now, right? People just keep on losing money with altcoins. Who the hell comes into the market to buy your altcoins for a high price right now, right? I mean, people are leaving crypto. Everybody is euphoric on a Bitcoin ETF. It's like the only news we got out there right now. So if anything sets off a bull market, it's because of Bitcoin, like it always does, and not because of some fucked up ass meme coin. Like even Pepe in this huge, like, come on, man. We had so much stuff in the bear market. We had the XRP news. Ripple won the case. It was huge. Just like last cycle in the pre-halving year, we had a meme coin rally. This time, Pepe set it off. Again, Pepe, you know, looks a little fucked up at the moment, but okay, whatever. Overall, altcoins are not doing anything else than making lower highs. And the total tree is now just 10% away from making new lows, right? Bitcoin, on the other hand, if Bitcoin has to make a new low, it has to go down 40%. And we know that once Bitcoin goes down 10%, altcoins go down way more. Bitcoin still will have a lot of support. Altcoins don't. The liquidity is also drying up for altcoins, so I'm just super careful right now. I'm super careful, okay? It's very likely to lose a lot of money with it. Again, I've bought some altcoins, but to make more Bitcoin. So I look at their Bitcoin valuation. So yeah, if Bitcoin goes down to 20K and these altcoins make new lows, I lose money, yes, but I can make more Bitcoin if they go up against their Bitcoin pair. And that's kind of what I'm gambling on with this trade, right? But overall, my long-term strategy is to later put my Bitcoin into altcoins, right? But then first, the dominance has to go up, right? If you want an alt season, that's where the Bitcoin dominance goes down. Well, if I look at this chart, then we had a huge alt season. We had another huge alt season. We had another huge alt season. All these small things in between this and this. You can call that an alt season technically, but it's like not really life changing or anything like that, right? So even if for some reason altcoins get a great hype right now and this comes down all the way again, it's not even really the alt season that we all have been waiting for. To really get that, it first has to go up, right? But if this goes up, it means that altcoins are going down on their Bitcoin pair, right? So I want to stack up on as much Bitcoin as possible to one, make money once Bitcoin runs, and two, to use that Bitcoin as gunpowder, or gunpowder, dry powder. as, it's the Netherlands, for fuck's sake. You can't even have a gun right here, whatever. But as dry powder to buy these altcoins later. So that's what I'm doing. And therefore, I think that the dominance, you know, 57, between 57 and 60 something percent is a decent first target. Man, might even go to 65, I don't know. But not here yet, not here yet. Another chart that shows this is the total 3, so the altcoin market divided by the Bitcoin market cap. And I've showed you this many times. That's this one, right? This chart is basically very clear, right? What's so clear about this chart? Well, the range is quite perfect, right? We have this is the top side of the range, and we have the downside of the range, which is give or take here, right? It's fake out and this fake out, but where are we right now? We are now in the middle. We are in the middle. So altcoins have lost, yes, around half of it what they lose against Bitcoin. Okay, the other half, in my opinion, is still about to come. Now, how nasty would altcoins look if that happens while Bitcoin drops as well? And that happened last cycle, right? Bitcoin did okay. But here Bitcoin dropped as well. And this is where altcoins got fucked up wrecked. Like super wrecked. Like if you overlay the total 3 on here. What the fuck is happening right now? Why does this happen? I always, man... My whole chart is low. Okay, never mind. The idea, what I'm trying to show you, is that altcoins really went down hard here. Harder than here. Well, that's kind of what I'm waiting for when it comes to altcoins. If that never happens, then it never happens. Come on. Like, so what? Then you can always buy altcoins with your dollar, with your USDT, with your BUSD, with your... or don't. Right? You'll ride the Bitcoin wave anyway. So, but that's my strategy right here. I think it's a pretty straight, clear and a safe strategy as well. Because let's be honest, the people that have been buying altcoins the last year got wrecked. Simple, right? And of course, you have your exceptions, but overall, people that bought altcoins, even if they were smart to dollar cost, they just got wrecked. Because even against Bitcoin, they already went down. Not to mention how they look against the dollar. It's all going down, right? And again, some people, I get some comments lately like, oh, you always make the same kind of content. It's the same kind of market, right? I'm reviewing the market, how it looks today. That's what I'm telling you today. Right? If I have to adjust to the market, then yeah, I might as well don't make any content for half a year. Well, guess what? I'm a content creator, so I can't, right? I cannot make the market more interesting than what it is, right? The market is boring, right? In the bear market years, yeah, everything goes down very hard. Super exciting. It's fun, right? Super great. In the pre-halving years, we go down slowly but steadily, right? In the pre-halving years, you first go up usually and then go down. However, the altcoin market it did nothing but going down, right? Although we have these small pumps right here. This was the XRP pump. Where the fuck is it now, right? It's gone. Good news doesn't matter in a bear market. And it is still a bear market. That's just what it is. So even the altcoins that you feel like, oh, you should just DCA, you never know. You don't know if they are going to survive, right? Again, like a couple of weeks, everybody was bullish about Gala. Now, everybody's freaking out and selling Gala at the fucking bottom. Like, I bought some. Yeah. And I've bought some because I have, like I said in a couple of videos ago, if you have your watch list or your portfolio, you don't have to spend money to buy altcoins. You just restructure the portfolio. I was looking at my portfolio and I was like, hey, I have some Falcon Forts and I have made some good money on Falcon Forts. I had a very low entry. And now I have good, you know, decent money. So I felt like, man, you know, Falcon Forts is up like with 30% or so. I don't know exactly, probably more, yeah, a lot more. Gala's down. I sold some Falcon Forts for Gala. Is it stupid? Maybe. But is it more stupid to buy Gala here? Yes. Did a lot more people do that? Yes. So I try to do what people don't like to do, right? People, they see a chart go down and they feel like, oh yeah, let's sell it. Or let's at least not do anything. Well, I feel like, yeah, okay, cool. That's what you could have thought here. And then it made a 6, 7x. No, 4, 5x, right? But people did love to buy it right here. Yeah, how did that end up? So I just feel like, okay, let's buy the FUD. Let's buy the FUD. Two founders suing each other. What's wrong with that? Come on, that news was out for such a long time already. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I try to be transparent about every single step that I make in the complete crypto space. But overall, my money is going into Bitcoin. And later, when altcoins bottom against Bitcoin, I can buy these altcoins with my Bitcoin. And if not, I'm gonna ride the Bitcoin wave. There is no losing. Yeah, unless Bitcoin goes to shit, right? But, you know, if we think that that's happening, then we wouldn't be in crypto in the first place. So people, by the way, asked about like, hey, what do you think about BUSD? Should we get out of it? Very off topic, but I feel like, man, whatever, fuck. What's going on? Like Binance is going to stop using BUSD. Okay, cool. So who cares, right? Like it's BUSD is more than just a coin that Binance use. So I'm not so worried about that, to be honest. Not more than USDT, by the way. If you're too much in stables, you're stupid anyway, right? Like, sorry for putting it like that, but you know, USDC almost depacked. USD crashed to shit. There is a lot of USDT FUD going on for years already. Now people are freaking about BUSD. Anything could collapse. You don't want to be there when it happens. So just have it on your bank account. That's the best thing to do. And if the crypto market dips and you want to buy that exact dip, yeah, too bad. You shouldn't try it on the bottom anyway. Won't work. So it's better to have your money on your bank account, and when you do see a chart go like this, right, for some reason, okay, then you maybe buy it here instead of here. But how often do you see this happen, right? It's usually not the dip that, so I don't know. If that's worth it for you, then go ahead. Yeah, and some projects, like, I'm not gonna review too much right now, by the way. I think I'm gonna leave it here though. I did bought some Altera at 31 cents. Because, you know, I don't know, man, the chart just shows me like, hey, it's a good entry. It's a good entry. And next entry, 24 cents. So I am nibbling in a, you know, with a small amount of money occasionally in a certain altcoin. But overall, you know, the serious money that I'm spending, I'm not fucking around with altcoins yet, because you know, Altera is nice. And I got a little FOMO, to be honest. And I looked at the chart and I'd be like, oh yeah, maybe a little bit here, maybe a little bit here. But could Altera see new lows? It's unlikely to me, but is it impossible? Of course not. It could all happen, right? So I wouldn't recommend you, you know, doing that too much. But yeah, I want to leave it here. I think this is a solid strategy to go with. Just get Bitcoin. If you miss the altcoin wave, you run the Bitcoin wave anyway. And there's a very high chance that you will do very fine anyway to buy your altcoins with Bitcoin. Because, yeah, again, like I said, this doesn't look like the end of the Bitcoin dominance run, to be completely honest. It's more like, hey, we were ranging here as well. We broke out, we had a retest, and then went up. Well, what did we do? We ranging, we broke out, have a retest, and we probably go up. That's my thesis. And if that happens, I'm set. So I want to leave it there. If you like the video, do I have the button now? Like the video, whatever. Shout out to the Patreon members. I'm adjusted so everybody's name is right there. If you want to know what I'm buying, if you want to see exclusive videos, so much content, man, just check it out. There's a link down below. You can check out the tips and what you get for it. For now, take care. Have a nice day.